has been out for nearly 10 years at this point, and due to the popularity of the TV show, there have been two things to come out of it. The first thing is the welcoming of new and returning players, with sales increasing and 76's player count reaching to 1 million at one point. The second thing are the constant active players and some returning players asking one simple question: where is Fallout 5, or where is the next Fallout game? Overall, it's very beneficial towards Bethesda that many people within the player base still enjoy Fallout as a franchise, but there's just one problem. Bethesda is currently working on another project for another beloved franchise that has been overdue for quite some time now, and more specifically, The Elder Scrolls 6. Because of this, many people think that Bethesda should lend the Fallout IP to another studio. This wouldn't be the first time though, as Obsidian was given this task many years ago, and they delivered Fallout New Vegas, which was considered to be one of, if not the best Fallout game in the franchise. However, Obsidian is currently working on two projects. The main project is Avowed, which was originally supposed to be Obsidian's version of Skyrim, but went through some development struggle and eventually turned into what it is today. The other project that they're also working on, that we've also not heard much about, is The Outer Worlds 2. We've actually got the teaser for that before the teaser for Avowed, but we haven't heard much about it since then. However, the CEO of Obsidian wouldn't turn down the offer to make another Fallout, but they also just have their hands full. For me personally, if Bethesda or Obsidian were not the next studios to make the next Fallout game, I'd actually recommend that they give that privilege to Larian Studios. For those who don't know, Larian is the studio behind Baldur's Gate 3. However, just like Bethesda and Obsidian, they too also are currently making their own project. But even if they could, it would probably cause an issue, as they aren't owned by Xbox and Microsoft. So lending the IP to an outside studio would probably be a bit harder in terms of licensing. But even if we had a Larian-based Fallout, what would that look like? Well, the best and most obvious guess would be a top-down D&D inspired Fallout game. It would be a unique spin-off similar to how Gears Tactics was a top-down spin-off of the Gears of War series. No matter which studio outside of Bethesda makes a Fallout game, I doubt that the studio would make Fallout 5, especially considering how Todd and his team already seem to have an idea as to what Fallout 5 is. Prior to Starfield's release, Todd told Ryan McCaffrey at IGN that he had a one-pager, quote, "Fallout's really part of our DNA here. We've worked with other people from time to time. I can't say what's gonna happen. You know, we have a one-pager on Fallout 5, what we want to do." Then some time flew by and we got close to the release of the Fallout TV show. During an interview with the cast and Todd, the showrunner Jonathan Nolan stated, quote, "We all know about Fallout 5. We're not telling anyone." Todd even followed after that statement by saying, quote, "Well, there are some things where I said, don't do this because we're going to do that in Fallout 5. With all that being said, Microsoft and Bethesda are both aware of the want and need for a new Fallout game, but the issue is that Fallout 5 probably won't hit store shelves until at least 2030. Xbox also wants a new Fallout game sooner rather than later. So, if they did hand off the IP to another studio, it would more than likely be another spin-off, whether that be Fallout New York, a Fallout Alaska, or just something else. But I doubt that it has to be a new entire game, because there was that document leak that showed off a Fallout 3 remastered alongside The Elder Scrolls 6, and prior to that, an Oblivion remastered. While this document is old and has probably changed a bit, it could indicate that a Fallout 3 remastered could be released around the same year as The Elder Scrolls 6, which would make sense seeing how the PC version is nearly unplayable for most people. But there's also an Oblivion remaster that was scheduled to release the same year as Indiana Jones, and as we know, we're not getting an Oblivion remastered, or at least this year. So the wait for a new Fallout game is still going to be quite some time. If it were up to me, I would allow another studio to just remaster Fallout 3 in New Vegas and release both as a package deal. Then to add to that, they could add official mod and Creation Club support to those remakes. But hey, that's just me. However, we are now at the end of today's video. If you enjoyed it, then please be sure to leave a like down below. Also, if you're new to the channel and you don't want to miss out on any of my content, then be sure to subscribe down below. If you guys have any ideas as to what you want to see on the channel, then be sure to leave a comment down below as well. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.